freeze on me. All right. It's Wednesday. Coming at you with another Raid Shadow Legends video. And I don't know what we're doing tonight. Maybe we'll get a free takeover to do. Maybe we'll just mess around with my account. For right now, I am on the free-to-play account. And I've got one shard to pull on my Siegfried free-to-play account. We're going to be giving away this account someday. But for now, I'm trying to build it up a little bit. One shard in a dream. Try to get Cheshire Cat. What if something happened? Nope, not today. We get a itinerant. We don't care about rares in this game, other than a couple. There's a couple out there that are okay. All right, we'll figure out something to do tonight. We'll figure out something to do. Now, I don't really want to do too much on this account today. We got champion training coming up tomorrow, and I have a lot of champions that I want to train for this account. Looks like we're actually winning this. I put up an okay amount of 67,000 points. Pretty good for an account that's not that well developed. This guy's got 1,000 more points than me. That's embarrassing. How can we get 1,000 points real quick to save me from embarrassment? Here's 190 points. It's probably not going to be enough. But we'll get some extra silver out of it as well once we sell all this garbage. Nothing worth keeping. I'll have to sell it all. That's okay. We desperately needed some silver, that's for sure. All right, let's get rid of all that garbage. Oh, we almost got 1,000,000 silver out of that. Not too bad. So this account is coming along. We got Siegfried built okay-ish. We've got Alice built okay-ish. Tomb Lord, we definitely need some silver for his gear. Geomancer, did we get him a banner yet? Ooh, which one do I take? Definitely the accuracy. We definitely need a little bit of accuracy. on our Geomancer. We'll go ahead and take that. We do have Michaelangelo on the account today. I do need to obviously build him up. I'm trying to do a lot of spirit keep because look at all these spirit champions that are not ascended. Pretty rough, pretty rough. Oh, we definitely need to re-gear our high Katoon. That's pretty rough. You know what? I wonder, can we sell stuff that's equipped? We can. Okay, that's good to know. We will get rid of all this gear that we definitely don't need. All right. Who do we have red dotted here? Probably itinerant. Yep. All right. So I'm going to log out of this account. And I'm going to log into my account. And maybe I'll do some champion rebuilding. But definitely have some champions that I want to rework a little bit. And now it's a lot easier. All right. We did a bunch of spider farming today for dungeon divers. So I actually have a little bit of silver for once. But I don't have, unfortunately, there's a whole lot of glyphs. All right. So what I want to do is I want to work on um, my most important arena champions, particularly my live arena champions. I only use probably 10, 12, 15 arena champions consistently. So it's not that hard. Let's see. I don't think I even have any dust. Apparently I need to run some serious Phantom Shogun's Grove. That'll have to wait until um that'll obviously have to wait until after the fusion. We got the fusion will be done soon. I mean, honestly, let's today Wednesday. It'll probably be done Friday, Saturday. I'm not sure. Guess we probably check the schedule. Let's see. Today's technically the 28th. Not here, but there. Let's see. We got Summon Rush Friday. Dungeon Divers. I'm going to probably be skipping the Dungeon Divers unless I can skip some of the Summon Rush. But I'd prefer to skip the dungeon divers and maybe the last spider tournament, just so I can get the fusion done sooner. If the summon rush is reasonable. If the summon rush, if for some reason you can get 5 fragments really easily and 10 fragments are really hard, I'll change my mind. But let's see, we've got dungeon divers. We got, okay, gear enhancement would be the 30th. So that would be Saturday. Anything else in our way? We probably get the fusion done on Saturday. I'm hoping to skip the spider and the dungeon divers. Everything else should be able to do Friday, Saturday. We got Fire Night coming up tomorrow. That shouldn't be too difficult. All right. So after that, I'll probably wait to build the champions until there's who knows what events are coming up though. We're probably gonna have to do all this stuff again for a Titan event or something. So we're gonna have to be careful. I don't exactly have a lot of shards. Hopefully somehow this weekend is not shard heavy. But the fact that we need to get 15 possibly shards from it tells me it probably is. So that could be a bit rough. All right, so I highly doubt that we're going to be able to improve our Marius, but he definitely is our most important champion on the account. By far, I use him almost everywhere in the game. Arena, PvE, Hydra, Chimera. This dude's everywhere. All right, we'll just see what we can find here. So currently my Marius is at 106% crit rate. That's interesting. So we can sacrifice some crit rate if we find the right piece. In fact, well, there's not a lot of pieces here, however. Let's see. That would lose some speed, get some crit damage, lose some defense. Not really worth it. I mean, if I had all the glyphs in the world, it would be worth it. Let's see how this ascends, just for the heck of it. That actually hits defense. So would add, well, the defense would be the same. We'd get a little bit of extra HP. But I've got like 10 speed glyphs. If I had a bunch of 6-star speed glyphs, we might be looking at a different story. All right, forget the weapon. Take a look at the helmets. Nothing there. Try the shield. Maybe with, what do we have right now? We've got, yeah, defense percent. Got a few options. Let's see. Speed's the same. Crit rate more, less crit damage. Okay. A slightly worse piece. Very similar. Ooh. Also similar. A little faster, worse on the damage. Okay. So I've got some similar pieces, but nothing really standing out. Unless I were to add accuracy instead of defense percent. That'd be faster, less damage, a lot more accuracy. Not that I really want to mess up my seer. And I'm going to try to stay away from 5-star pieces on my best champions. All right. All right, let's see what kind of crit damage gloves I have. This has speed and crit rate, so we want to keep that. I'm going to just get rid of that piece now. I had that piece for a long time on a champion, but really not a good piece. All right. We'll check out defense percent chest plates. Currently have quite a bit of crit rate and speed. That'd be really difficult to overcome. We would just lose too much crit rate. Otherwise, it's a pretty good piece. We could really use some help on the accuracy. If for some reason we were able to make up the crit rate somewhere else, that might be a slightly better piece. Crit damage is 1 less, but who cares? All right, and the speed boots. See what we got here. Let's see. 1 more crit rate, some more defense. That's actually not bad. We get some 38 extra defense, a little bit less HP. We would get that 1 extra crit rate. Not exactly a huge difference here. And that one's way worse on the defense. Okay. Not really a big surprise. All right, we want defensive rings. Not a lot of stone skin options there. All right, crit damage. Amulet. Nothing to see there. And we're kind of stuck with having a Slayer piece here because we need the... Actually, we don't need the crit rate anymore. That's a pretty good piece, though. Let's see here. Nope. Okay. That is about what we can do with our Marius. Pretty typical when you try to look at your best champions. Unless you get a ton of new gear, it's really hard to improve them. Get a piece here and there. Try to change things up. All right, how about Empress? Here's the champion that I really want to rebuild because he doesn't really need accuracy. And I built him with accuracy. It'd be the easiest thing in the world to get rid of. Like, he does not need this banner, but it does have a good amount of speed on it. So, the speed. If we don't have to. See what kind of options we have, though. Let's see. We want the fastest HP banner that we have. So the question is, would we be willing to lose a little bit of speed for the sake of a little bit of HP? Like, it doesn't really seem worth it. I mean, we got a bonus of HP here. We would need a much better HP banner. Get a little extra HP there. We'll take that. We'll add a little bit of defense on him. Why not? It doesn't hurt to have. It doesn't hurt him to have accuracy. He just doesn't technically need a whole lot of it. He can use it. He just doesn't have to have it. All right, how about the ring? Let's look at our stone skin rings. Yeah, we already have the best one. All right. Obviously, I would rather have crit damage there, but we'd have to find crit rate somewhere else. So we'll probably have to go fitting room here. Crit damage. And let's see if anybody is worth stealing from. Got to find our lethal gear. Here we go. All right. So it'd be nice if we got speed and crit rate, which doesn't leave us a lot of options. I looked into it a little bit. Honestly, probably pretty hard to get any movement on that. I don't even know how people use it. But it's for creators under 500,000. And they basically promote like the top 100. That's That's like winning the lottery. Unless I'm missing something. Let's see. This would be a little bit slower. No. We want. That's not really going to help us. All right, we want HP chest pieces with a bunch of crit rate. Let's see. A little bit slower, but it could get faster. We'd lose a lot of crit rate. Not the best. This one is better. I should probably just switch this out with White King. I am using Empress more than I'm using White King these days. It would get the one crit rate that we're missing. So I'm probably going to have to do that. That's a pretty good chess piece too. All right, I'm going to have to switch this with the White King. Hopefully that doesn't mess him up too much. Let's see. Okay, he's still at 102 crit rate, so he's fine. It doesn't really mess the king up too much. Let's see. That's not bad, other than the flat attack is useless. Let's see. This only has a little bit of crit rate that we'd have to find. That's better for Carnage. Let's see. We'd have to fix the speed. Not really good enough. All right. I think we're fine down there. How about up top? See, we're looking for crit rate, crit damage. Be nice if we got speed. I'd like to make him faster for sure. Ooh, but this needs a lot of crit rate. Not a lot of options here. See, we lose a crit rate, get a couple crit damage. Slightly worse. Lose 5 crit damage. Nope, no speed. Unfortunate. All right. Now, this is a good candidate for being replaced. Does have a good amount of speed, but it could probably be better. Let's see, we need stone skin. We'd lose a little bit of HP. We would gain some speed. We'd gain a lot of crit rate, which would help us when we need to get rid of that crit rate. Switch that out for crit damage. We get more crit damage out of this, more accuracy. We're just going to have to sacrifice a little bit of HP for it. That's okay. Faster is better. Okay, we have crit rate, speed, HP percent. Oh. Again, we'd lose a little HP, but we'd be much faster. I mean, I'll take the extra 9 speed over 3000 HP. Plus the 5 crit damage. Okay. And then we could completely replace these gauntlets with something faster and bonus crit damage if it exists. Okay. That is unfortunately slower. That is slower. Slower. That's faster. Okay. This has possibility. This doesn't have extra crit damage, but it does have extra HP. So that's a maybe. I think that's probably our better option now. Be much faster, which I like. And then we can ascend it. Oh, I didn't realize we have some dust. It's okay. We'll save that dust for later. All right. So now he's at 99k HP. 266 crit damage. 284 speed. 284 speed is a lot better. That's pretty fast. Okay, not bad. I'll take it. All right, how about... Let's see if we can get Armands faster. My Fabian's going pretty fast now. 348. Obviously, any more is better. But pretty good. Wonder if I have any accuracy banners that would actually make me faster. be pretty difficult. Hmm. Well, maybe I'd have to change some other pieces. Let's go fitting room. I'm going to try this on. And then let's see who's fast here with accuracy. Ooh, that would get us 8 faster. Keep most of our accuracy. What would that do overall? That doesn't make us faster. Oh, we'd have to change some other things. I don't think we can do that. I don't think we can do that. All right, what do we have here? That's pretty good. That's going to be hard to replace. Let's see how our stone skin's looking. Let's see, only got a double roll here. Okay, I got this to 36, but it's only 5-star. So I don't think I'm going to be able to top the accuracy. It's a pretty good piece. If I need a damage dealer with a lot of accuracy, it's a pretty good piece. Actually, that gives me 2 extra accuracy and some crit damage. Uh, Obviously, I don't care about the crit damage. I think it'd be better just to hold on to this, wait till I get a really good accuracy glyph. Maybe I can bump up the accuracy there. But let's see if we can make him faster anywhere. I mean, we might have to sacrifice a little accuracy somewhere if we want him faster. I mean, he's got the fastest piece here. Nothing we can do there. What about the shield? Um, okay. Why is that worse? Oh, we're on Fabian. We're back on Fabian. I want to be on Armand's. Lost track of where I was. My Fabian is definitely built better than my Armand's now. All right, what do we got here? We lose 3 speed. Wait, what about equipped? Nope, not working there. Um, oh, we can steal this glove from Wyther. I steal so many things from her. That'd give me, oh, that'd be real good, actually. Take that from her. I don't use her much here and there, but nothing too important. Add on some speed. Try again. Try a third time. And some accuracy. Try again and again and again. There, well, slightly better. Obviously I want that to be accuracy, not HP. What if we just got lucky? Okay. This is technically better, but then I would have to find a better banner from Pinpoint. I don't think that's going to happen. Ooh. Pinpoint is just limiting right now. It's not like I can farm Pinpoint right now. I mean, he's got the fastest pieces. It's just without having speed gear on him, he can only go so fast. As good as pinpoint is, it limits my speed. I could check out my feral gear. Doesn't look like I have a ton for barbarians. Very limited. Yo, Scrub, what's going on? Kind of a chill night here. Rebuilding some champions. Wishing I could farm pinpoint. Or deciding if I need to just get rid of it. So I don't know how else to make my Armons faster. I mean, 333 speed is not the end of the world if you have a speed booster or something, but unfortunately my only speed boosters are really Arbiter and Lamassu that I use in Arena. I usually just don't select them for Live Arena. So typically I use Fabian way more because I got him at 348. I did finish the Dungeon Divers today. Didn't blow too many gems. Like maybe 500. But I got some silver out of it. I have been using my second newt. I was able to make a Fire Knight team for Fire Knight Hard 10. That seems okay. I didn't test it a lot, but it seems okay. I just booked my second newt yesterday, though. And then I made this Iron Twins team that's usually pretty fast. Doesn't do so good against the blue affinity. Yeah, I usually I put almost all of my champions, all my live arena champions pretty much are in Stone Scan. Because I know I'm going to get outsped by the people I go against. Most of the time. I don't usually like even try to use my Arbiter or anything, because if I try to build a speed team with Arbiter, Arbiter just gets banned. And then I'm slower. And I'll go against somebody with a Shuzen or whatever. There we go. 37 seconds. My old Iron Twins team took a minute to 2.5 minutes. I don't know about you, but Marius and Newt are in like almost all of my dungeon teams now. I don't know if there's a dungeon team that doesn't have at least Marius or double Newt. Let's see, I got Marius and Newt here. Marius and Newt here. Double Newt here. Marius and Dragon. And Newt, I think. Both of them in Spider. Marius and Ice Golem. Marius is my Minotaur farmer. And who cares about the keeps? I haven't run Spirit Keep, Magic Keep, Void Keep, or Force Keep in at least 2 years. I did have to do Arcane this year one time because I was getting real low on the whites. I mean, I could just try. I could try 4-piece Stone Skin and like 4-piece Speed or something. If I have decent Stone Skin, I don't know. I don't know what my Barb Stone Skin's looking like. Not the best there. Okay, that's decent. And then just our fastest Stone Skin or Speed. Let's see. Can take that. That's worse. I mean, unless I was... Nah. I don't know. I think I'm stuck. I think what I need is glyphs. I I don't think that hard faction wars is really giving out better glyphs. Like even on the higher levels, like Barbarian, I run stage 18 and I'm still getting 5-star glyphs. Like more commonly than 16 or than a 6-star. What's the point? What's the point of running that if you're doing just fine here? Like I don't know if the statistics prove me wrong. I'm guessing the people at Hell Hades are tracking that. It doesn't feel good. Like I feel like my glyphs have just tanked. Like I just don't have glyphs. Part of it is I'm using them. I understand that. But I just don't have, like, my speed glyphs are just garbage. I've got 7 5-star glyphs. I'm used to having better. Same with accuracy. They're just not showing up. Yeah. I'd love to have Siegfried on this account. I've got him on the Siegfried account. Until I give it away. By the way, we're getting crushed. I don't know why this happens every month. But like we are a tier 3 clan this time. Usually we're like 3 or 4. And who are going up against? They're putting up tier 6 numbers. Now, obviously they tanked. And Michelangelo's part of it, but only a part of it. They're crushing us, and this happens every month. Like, we're not doing bad for a tier 3 clan. But the game maker just hates us. You can tell they've got 70 trophies. We got 52. They clearly tanked to get an easier opponent, which it's not like I blame them. I don't think that it's the same thing with Clash. It's stupid that they haven't fixed this thing that the top clans do. Not the top clans, but like the pretty good clans. Tank Clash, Tank CVC, Tank Siege. That's stupid. That's the problem is they only go back, as far as I know, like one tournament. If they went back, say, over the course of the last 6 months or over the course of the last 12 months, see how clans progress, I think it would be a lot harder to tank because they would just average it out. But instead, they just base it, I think, off the last performance. And so you get stupid results like this. And we've gotten it 5 months in a row where we're putting up fine numbers, but we're going up against a clan that tanked and then are jacking up their scores again. I think it's just bad luck. Yeah, I don't blame anybody for doing it. I blame Plarium for allowing it. They just have a bad skill-based matchmaking system. By the way, first of all, why do we still have this? Who cares that crypto has 145,000 points? That doesn't prove how good he is today. That proves how good he is at farming it. Him and however many people he's hiring. The general is completely pointless. I don't get is better. Obviously, he's still good. But who cares about this? It just means you've been playing a long time. Like, it just means that you're farming it. Like, you should be going up and down based on how good you are, not total number of points. Like, for example, I played tennis in high school, and we would go, our position on the team would be based on, like, you could challenge somebody ahead of you, and somebody could challenge you. So, like, say I was 8th on the team, I could challenge the person that was 7th on the team. And if I beat him, I'd go ahead of him. But here, it's like, okay, let's say I'm the 8th best player. What if I just beat the 12th guy like 10 times in a row? I'm clearly better than him. So, how does that make me better than the 7th best player? It just means I played a bunch. I mean, I don't get it. I'm sure that they all have very good accounts. I'm not doubting that. You still have to win. You're still going against really good players, but just playing a lot. And maybe that's just Plarium's deal. They just want people playing a lot, right? But it's a bad system. Just like Classic Arena is a bad system. Because like for somebody like you, Scrub, you're just trying to sneak in at the last minute, right? Rather than just like being good the whole week. You stay close enough, and then like last week, you didn't get attacked too many times. That's like the opposite problem. You got a pretty good rank because you didn't have to play defense very much. Like, if they just made it so everybody had the same number of battles, perhaps it would be more fair. But that's not what they want. They want people spending money on gems, doing more battles at the last second. They want people buying refills, doing lots of battles, farming, not just being good, just playing a lot. Like, I guarantee, like, if you look at my general, I'm like 20,000. It's because I don't play 20 battles a day. Like, this number means nothing. I mean, I can get, it's like Tag Team Arena. The tier is mostly based on how much you feel like playing it that week. Like, I've gotten up to tier 3, which would put me at like top 8,000, right? A lot different than top 20,000 like I am in Live Arena. But right now I'm tier 1 just because I took a couple weeks off, didn't care. They're just bad systems. Yeah, I heard that like Timothy was in here a couple weeks ago and he said it was like a lot of players were going for it for Classic Reset just to see what it was going to be like with the changes. I don't know. There's nothing to do in the game right now, though. Tomorrow there will be plenty to do, but these are done. CVC is done. Getting whooped, but it's done. I don't care about these champions. I've got 2 of him. I got 1 of him. Chalco's probably good, but like not really the legendary I want from Void Shards. My shards are so low, though. I'd love to get the cat. I want the cat more than I want the turtle. I don't remember if I have a soul for the cat. I feel like maybe. Let's see. We don't care about Shredder's Wrath. Sand Devil Dit is done. Fire Knight champ training tomorrow. Do I have a? No, I don't. Thought maybe I had a soul for the cat, but I guess not. Yeah, I got a lot of champions that I'd love to pull just because I already have their soul. Sitting on that Taurus. Sitting on the Siegfried. But don't worry, I've got my 1-star Calamitous, who is kinda good for Faction Wars. I don't know where to use this guy. I don't need him for dungeons. I don't really think he's going to help me in Chimera, even though he technically could if I had like insane gear. Not an arena champ. I've never been scared to go against a Calamitous in live arena. What do I do with this guy? Even after he was buffed, what do I do with this guy? Especially with my 1-star. You can't buy stars. This needs to be fixed. While we're ranting, this needs to be fixed. There needs to be more options for legendaries. There needs to be something for mythicals, even if it's expensive. 1 mythical, just add another layer. 1 extra mythical, 1 extra legendary. It would still take you like 7 months to get your mythical saved up if you had enough of this stuff. But instead, you just gotta hope that someday you get the soul. They don't even have like tournaments or events for mythical souls. All right. All right. There's nothing for me to do on this account. I'm going to go back to the free to play account. And see what I can do with that. I'm going to let that load. I'll be back in a minute. All right. All right. No shards to pull. Wait. Ah, not going to happen there. Ooh. If I do some quick tag team arena, can I get a blue shard? I don't know if I get enough points from wins. So I'm guessing tomorrow we find out what's going to be in the summon rush. I wonder if they'll start a Titan event this weekend as well. They've done that in the past where they double up the last summon rush of a fusion with the beginning of a Titan event for a soul. I wouldn't hate that. Because then at least we could double up. Okay, we got 24 bars for that. We need another 150. So I need like good amount of wins. We'll just auto run this. See if I can pull a blue shard tonight. What are you guys thinking about the turtles? Are they actually good? I know that they're usable. I just don't know how good they really are. Like for top end players, in-game players. Like, I've seen that they can work pretty well in Hydra, but when you have a Titus team, it's hard to get excited about any other Hydra champion. I mean, my Titus team put up 6.4 billion clash points today. My other teams combined put up 3 billion. Not bad, but they just pale in comparison. I feel like Loki's only purpose in the game is to be kind of annoying. All right, that's going to take too long. All right, I'm going to be farming. Not that. Farming the Spirit Keep. And that's it for tonight, I think. There's just nothing going on in the game. Thanks for hanging out. We'll come back another day and maybe there'll be something going on. Till then, I'm Weather Wednesday. I'll be back with more Raid Shadow Legends live streams. See ya.